Today's video has spoilers, so if you haven't read the book yet, you might not want to watch this one. I've put enough in the book that I hope that someone someday would be able to do critical race theory analysis. The first character that this touches is Simon. Partway through the book, it's revealed that he is African Nova Scotian. And if you're reading the book and find yourself surprised that he is non-white, then I've succeeded. That was on purpose. And the point was to show our bias towards just assuming that characters in novels are white. The next part is I've put in a scene of reverse racism. That's the dinner table scene with Simon and his family. Most of the time I've written as Simon as a post-race character, so that other characters perceive and react to him in a colorblind sort of way, except for when he's with his family. And I wrote this reverse racism scene with his father and Glory, where his family remarks on Glory being white. Now, does reverse racism exist? I don't think it's a real thing, but I put it in there as a talking point, so there's something to discuss. The next character is Kevin. He's a Mi'kmaq student who's the target of bullying because of his race. He's bullied by his classmates and complains about it to the school. He is representative of the extremely poor treatment Indigenous people have faced in Canada over the centuries. And there are some questions that I've put in the book, some uncomfortable moments, like, for example, after he was bullied and pushed, why weren't Snotty and Troller charged? Why weren't they in jail at the end of the novel? Why were they sitting there being rude during Kevin's singing performance? You know, the book is intentionally vague on this point, doesn't mention anything, can lead you to an uncomfortable moment to ponder why are they not being punished for that. And another theme is reconciliation. What is the role of settlers to make things better, to make amends? In this case, the school invited Kevin and his father in to sing because that's what Kevin wanted to do. Is that the right thing to do, or is it just, another situation where a white person enables cultural expression? What is the role? What is the role of people like me in relation to my fellow human, the Indigenous people in this community? What is the right thing to do? How can you make the situation better? So that's a question for readers to ask themselves as they're going through the book. And also, I want to note Hal's reaction to the singing. He leaves and has a negative reaction. And I want to put that uncomfortable moment in there as well to show how important receiving cultural expression is and listening to other people's stories. So that's an example of somebody literally and physically not listening and just leaving rather than taking the time to go in and listen, and then just juxtaposed with Rabbit's reaction, which is an extremely emotional reaction, but at the same time she kind of puts it on Kevin and makes him a little uncomfortable. So I've just written these purposely awkward moments in the book to give people a chance to reflect on, what should these characters have done? What is the best reaction? What would make a better situation? So really interested if anybody would like to do critical race theory analysis. I hope there's enough that you could really grab hold of it and have something to say. The next thing I want to talk about is the other minority groups. Jane is the lesbian friend. I've written her as an Amazon. She likes hunting. She's missing a breast. She's very athletic. And yet she doesn't get to have a partner. In the book, she's spurned. Her advances towards Glory are spurned. So where does that leave her? How come she doesn't get a partner? It's kind of, is that a dissatisfactory ending, or is it fine? Maybe it's fine for people, just they don't have to couple up, but what if she wanted to? So that's another question that is kind of dangling in the book. So hopefully there's an opportunity maybe to do some vector analysis. And then overarching, the character of Glory has a negative rural bias. When she comes to town, she comes with a colonizing view and attitude. She thinks of herself as a modern missionary, and problems that come with that. She assumes that the students will be stupid. By the end of the book, she finds out that they're really not, and hopefully changes her attitude. But I put that in again, a little bit of discomfort, something to ask yourself. I like the idea of challenging people to look at themselves and their own bias. Am I acting the way I should? Could I be a better person? So anyway, there are a few things in the book that are purposely awkward and uncomfortable to just give the reader something to think about. Thanks.